Hello and good afternoon from London, 12:20 here, Monday the 13th, first trading day of the week. From my calendar on the right hand side, you can see going to be a relatively quiet session, not expecting too much in the way from a scheduled driver, should we say. We've got a couple of speakers, however, to be aware of, and it's always worth keeping an eye on, especially in the way that the stock markets have moved. Are these Fed speakers going to pick up their dovish rhetoric and look to support the stock market, or has the damage been done for now with the trade talks or lack of, shall we say, from the back end of last week? Just a quick look over how stocks did finish in the S&P 500 on the close on Friday. Quite positive actually, and a good recovery into the back end of the session. Saw things pick up, and you could be forgiven for thinking the worst was over, but further or less developments than someone would want saw price gap lower. Trump has been on Twitter all weekend, and you can see just where we're trading now, back near the lower point of the day. It's not getting much better on that front. In fact, he's come out not too long ago and tweeting how they almost had a deal, but yeah, it's not looking good. They pulled out last minute, and it's about to get worse for China. To be aware of on the S&P on more of an intraday level, be keeping an eye on this trend channel that you see has been in place since the beginning of the month here, the low of the second to the high of the fifth. That over weekend gap from last week that you can see similar to the one we saw now as well. So sentiment definitely to the downside. Keep an eye on this trend line to the upside. I would only really feel comfortable getting long if we were to break that for now. And if we were to break the trend channel to the downside, well, things might start to get slightly more serious. Another market as well I want to bring to your attention from a technical point of view here is gold, and this is on the 480 minute chart. But this level 1290 has been so good all year, and having broken through and closed down below that on the 15th of April, we've come back to test it a couple of times and have really struggled to get above it. The trend line from these lows as well, sort of squeezing price in. So here I'd just be waiting to see, can we get a break either way, and that may well be the key for a potential move higher or lower for a more sort of sustained period. If I look here more intraday, just bringing in that trend line again, putting the pivots on, a break of that trend, you could imagine people would be eyeing up the support from the SIP, perhaps around 1276, 1278, somewhere to keep an eye on there. As said, the Canada's pretty quiet. Euro, which had been stuck in a tight range before that pop up on Friday, has been in another tight range again today. For the bears to get excited again, I think we need to get back below this trend line here, which you can see we broke down on the Fed on the first, before breaking back above last Thursday. So unless we were to get down here today, 112.40, I wouldn't be looking to get too aggressive. The highs of last week have been very key, a good double top there. So if we were to get above that, you can imagine the bulls would start to get excited that this market might push up. But for now, tight range, and just have a quick look over that calendar again. Unless the Fed speakers were to say anything unusual, I don't really see too much happening for the remainder of the session. However, cash open will be an exciting one as usual. You know, how are the market going to position themselves for the rest of the week? At the moment, not too far off its low of the day, about 3 points. But trend channel for the S&P and the Nasdaq I would still very much have on. Hope you all have a good trading day and week ahead. Any questions, please do let me know.